And look, we're gonna move on down the list, and we got to shout out one of our other guys, Alex Stevens, who always talks about the big splash. Hey, and we're gonna go ahead and ask that question in lieu of recent events, us trading for Debo Samuels. What is your one big splash? If you can make it, what would you do, or have we already made it? Will, come to you. What you got?
Yeah, so I'm struggling with this one. I really like Nick Bolton, but we just signed Bobby Wagner, so that's kind of redundant there. I had my eyes on DeMarcus Lawrence teaming back up with Dan Quinn, but then I saw his last couple seasons, and they're not that interesting. They're not as high as they once were. So I wonder if Debo is our splash. Ab, you bring up a great point about the fact that we have to re-sign these one-year guys that they're gonna sign for more now. Jeremy Chin's not signing back for another $5 million a year. He's gonna want double that, most likely. The other part about it is we have to sign a whole lot of players. We only have like 30 guys on our roster. We need 90 when we get to training camp. We need 90 this spring. We need 53 that we want to put on the field. So we need another, almost half of what, we have to double what we have almost already. That's a lot of players we got to sign. And so I don't know if we're going to be able to do any more splashes. If I have to pick one, I've said it earlier, the only person that I've seen among all these free agents and trade opportunities that I think are realistic, it would be if now that Hendrickson has requested the trade, I'd go after him because I think he might cost a little bit less. But if you do that, I don't know how else you're going to fix the team though. If you get Hendrickson for 18, 20 million a year, I don't know how you finagle the cap stuff there. So that would be my best splash. This improves the team, but I don't know how you handle it with the cap.
Right. What you think, man?
I'm with Will. This is very hard. Like, especially right now. Like, honestly, these are one of these questions like you answer now, but then you revisit it after, like, you know what I'm saying? Revisit it like later. And to me, our situation, I don't even think we're able to have a big splash, to tell you the truth. Debo Samuels might be the big splash that we can have. And the next big one, I think, is signing one of the signing one of the top cornerbacks in free agency. I think that is probably the next big splash. Next and only big splash. I think we're out of the Myles Garrett. I think we're out of the Trey Hendrickson. I think we're all out of that. But signing another cornerback, like big deal cornerback, and going that route, and then hopefully maybe signing one of those young defensive ends at the end of the first, early second. I think that might be the route we go to fix our team, because like Will said, he said that we need 53, we need 51 cap, like, to fill up our cap space. You know what I'm saying? The top 51 players are the ones that is against the cap. And Will said it. We have 30, 40 of them. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even that's why our number looks so damn good. It's because we don't even have the required amount. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that right there, and then once and everybody's talking about T. Higgins, no, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we need to fill our team up. And honestly, we're not able to, and especially with the cap amount we have, it compared to everybody else, it's big. But if you think about how many players we have actually signed, it's not.
Right.
And so big splash. What DJ Reed, is that his name? DJ Reed from the Jets.
Yeah, corner.
Yeah, cornerback. I think that's our big splash if we do make one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think we asked this question, the timing by a couple days too late, because if we asked this question before, and who knows, we didn't know about the Bosa thing. I'm sitting here going to a guy that I love from way back. I loved watching him in college at Buffalo, Khalil Mack. Now he would be an arm and a leg. We're talking upwards of 20+ million out there. But then now we got Debo, and it's like, well, there it is. I mean, that would have been something I would not have expected us to be able to do, to pick up a Debo. But again, it goes to how people are now wanting to be here, and I love it. And I think you're absolutely right, Ab. Like that is the splash. That is the move. We might make one more, something along the sides to, pick up something here or there. But I honestly think what we've done, and if last year was any indication of how these guys do it, they make a move or two that might be considered a splash, and then everything else is under the radar. Everything else is just filling spots and doing stuff that's fiscally responsible. And that's how it is. I'm good. And from here on out, we can't play with that money. I mean, what you guys are saying is spot on. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the wetness from the splash that we just got from Debo. And I'm good to go. Splash, splash, baby.
Sean, I'll add to what you just said. I honestly think that's what you like. You said last year, if last year was any indication, I think this offseason is going to be very, very similar to last offseason. I think that's how it's going to go. A whole bunch of one-year contracts. And I don't think there's going to be any flexibility, like especially if we keep signing these guys for their $18 million, $20 million towards the cap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It'd be different if we brought in a guy and then we signed them, and then that lowers their cap hit for this year. But that just doesn't seem like that's Adam Peters' way. You get what I'm saying? Right. He seems like he wants you to prove your shit, and then we'll re-sign you. We'll revisit this next year.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, and also part of the reason we have to keep giving these one-year deals is because Ron's regime drafted so poorly. We don't have a lot of guys on young contracts that we can be counting on. We have none of the first-round picks of Ron's time. We have 2 of his second-round picks, which is Quan and Cosme. Do we have a single third-round pick?
Terry. No, that was before Ron?
It was before Ron.
Oh, my bad.
Brian Robinson is the only third-round pick that I can think of that's making an impact. And we're about to let Diami, but we're about to let him go. But, I heard this listening to a pod, and they were like, they're having to sign one-year deals because there aren't these cheaper contracts of guys that can be like, it's now your turn to be a starter. You've stepped up and progressed. And so it's just they're trying to, the cupboard's bare, and they're trying to fill it as best they can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.